Hello everybody, my name is JWin392 and welcome to my very first Let's Play of Buck Rogers the 25th Century, Countdown to Doomsday. This is one of the Gold Box series, which was put out by Strategic Simulations Incorporated. This particular company had an agreement going with TSR, which was the company that not only created Buck Rogers in the 25th Century, which I'll be referring to as Buck Rogers XXVc from here on in. TSR, of course, was the Lake Geneva, Wisconsin-based company that created Dungeons & Dragons. And during this time, their CEO was the granddaughter of the original creator of Buck Rogers back during the 1920s. So in the late 80s, the CEO decided, well, let's make a role-playing game out of it. And she commissioned her younger brother to write up a backstory, which was kind of fit in with the zeitgeist of the whole late 80s, you know, paranoia about the Cold War and all that other stuff. And, you know, fear of a nuclear war, because a nuclear war kind of figures into the backstory, which we'll get into a little bit later. It wasn't completely successful. They did make 2 Gold Box games, and TSR really stopped supporting it after a few years. But we got like I said, we got 2 Gold Box games out of it, which I'll be doing Let's Plays of, so let's get stuck into Countdown to Doomsday. So, like any other Gold Box game, the first thing you do is, well, create a new create the characters that make up your party. So let's get started. Now, Buck Rogers XXVc was based on Dungeons & Dragons 2nd Ed. They made a little tweaks here, and I'll show you a few of them as we get along in this video. And like Dungeons & Dragons, there are various races and classes. The first 4 here are basically humans. One of the themes they used in this game was genetic engineering. So these 3 right here are humans with minor genetic engineering. And this genetic engineering helps them survive their terraformed worlds of Mars, Venus, and the various mining colonies and underground warrens found on the planet Mercury. These last 2, Tinkers and Desert Runners, are what the game called Jennies, which were humans with some very, very serious genetic engineering. Tinkers were sort of designed to fit in small spaces and be able to fix everything. They get serious bonuses to any kind of engineering-related task, and they make great engineers. Desert Runners were basically created to basically be farmers on Mars, and they've got DNA of canine and feline DNA put in their genetic code, and they make great warriors and rocket jocks and that kind of thing. So, but, well, let's start with our party and create our first character. Let's make him human. And then you can pick your gender, of course, and I said a he, so male. And here are your classes. Rocket jocks basically fly the rocket ships that, well, wouldn't be Buck Rogers without rocket ships now, would it? You have medics, which heal the team. Warriors, which, you know, do the fighting. Engineers fix the rockets. And rogues do all the sneaky bastard stuff. So, we're going to start with our rocket jock here. Okay, and this should look familiar to some of you guys who remember this. This is basically Dungeons & Dragons 2nd Ed, and here's the first major difference. Here are the abilities that we all know and love. Strength, dexterity, constitution, intelligence, wisdom, charisma. But they added an 8th ability, and that's technical know-how, or tech. And yeah, and basically you could kind of make a character who was kind of like Skeeter from that old computer game Interstate 76, who might not have, you know, probably would have kind of a sub-average intelligence score. Skeeter didn't have much in the way of common sense either, so he'd probably be hovering around an 8 in wisdom, but his tech skill was way up there. So, we have our rocket jock. If I recall correctly, the abilities I think rocket jocks need are dexterity, intelligence, and charisma are their key ones. So, let's start roll. And this is a part of the gold box games, if you remember that. And we may fast forward through this a bit if this takes a while, where you keep rolling and rolling till you get your scores just the way you want, which can take a while. And since this is based off second ed, everything is sort of random, including your hit points. I know some of the more current versions of D&D, basically you start with a full dice worth of hit points at your first level. Nope, not in these previous editions. You rolled from that first level, and well, sometimes the dice screwed you over royally. So let's keep on rolling. And of course, ooh, okay, here we go. This may be something. Dexterity of 18. Ooh, hit points ain't bad either. Tech's pretty good too. I think we've got ourselves a rocket jock. So, no. Let's name our rocket jock. I'm going to name him after the guy who kind of inspired me to do Let's Plays. Your name, rocket jock, is Kurt J. Mack. By the way, check out his channel. If you don't know, Kurt J. Mack's the guy who does Far Lands or Bust, the fundraiser for Child's Play charity. So I'll put a link down in the bottom here, and go check it out. And please donate to Child's Play charity through his website. It's a really great cause. They bring games and toys to kids in hospitals, so go check that out. So, Kurt J. Mack. Very nice. So, now we need to give him his skill points. So, he gets 80 career skill points, and then there's some general skill points we'll do later. So, here are his career skills. We get to spend all 80 of these points in his career skills. Now, one of the guides say that these 4 right here, fixed wing, ground car, rotor wing, and jet car, aren't used at all in this particular game. So, well, we're going to pour some skill points into Pilot Rocket. Maneuver and zero-G. This is a really important skill, because if you're going to be fighting in microgravity environments, and trust me, they're going to throw you into a fight relatively early on in zero-G, you're going to want this, because if you fail a zero-G check, you're really not going to be able to move. So let's put 30 points. Let's get... well, we've hit our limit there, so... let's see, so we got 30 more points left to split. Well, why don't we just max out Pilot Rocket there? Okay, now we got 20. Ooh. Notice, so there we go. And the way skills worked in second ed, you got your point spending here. And then you have your bonus, which, if I recall correctly, is tied to the particular ability, I should say. I think Notice is based on Wisdom, and the rest of these are all based on Dexterity, and then you add the two together to get your total. And if I remember right, in second ed, you rolled percentile dice, and if you got under your total, and of course they threw in modifiers for the situation, if you got under the total, if you got under your target number, which is this, plus any other modifiers that make your particular task easy or hard, if you got under this, you would pass your check. So, let's see. Let's put some in used jetpack. Okay, career skill points. Done. Okay, so now we got 40 skill points to put in general. So, first aid's a good one to have. Gives you the ability to patch somebody up in combat if they go down. Comm operation would be pretty... Comet sensor operation. Let's put 8 points into each of these. Because, well, you know, you're flying the rocket. You should be able to see where you're going and talk to people, shouldn't you? Okay. Okay, and these are all in technical, so let's go on to intelligence. Well, if you know Kurt J. Mack, he's pretty big into astronomy, which is kind of why I made him the rocket jock in the first place, so let's give him some astronomy in here. Don't know what we're going to use it for, but... And... Well, you can use it for astrogation, which, if I recall correctly, can affect how much fuel your rocket uses, so... let's put 15 points in astronomy there for him. Oh, navigation. Ah, but you need mathematics in there. Well, let's see what else we could give him. Let's see. Well, he should be able to help fix the rocket, so let's put a few points in repair electrical and repair mechanical in here. Oh, and by the way, if you guys want to leave some advice for me in the comments, feel free. Heck, I might take some of your advice, and if I do, I'll try and be sure to give whoever gave me the advice their props. So there we go. Done. Okay, now time to select an icon to represent him. Let's give him Helmet Dude. Got his cool little space helmet there and his pistol. So done. Kurt J. Mack. And yes, let's save him. Let's go to our next character. Let's do a female this time. And let's make her also human. Okay, so she's a warrior. Strength, Dex, and Con are your important ones. Now, unlike Second Ed, they did do the percentile dice for 18 strength, so let's see. Hit points could be better on that one, so we'll leave that one on the side. Oh, and by the way, if I recall correctly, warriors get bonuses to hit points the higher their con score is, and it's higher than most. Oh, it's good hit points, but can't bear that strength and dex. Yeah, and like I said, this is the bit that took a really long time in these gold box games, was just, you know, keep clicking reroll stats until you get something that, ooh, I like it. Okay, and her name is going to be Crit Knitter. And we'll sort of make her kind of a melee-based warrior, so we'll give her... Warriors get weapon specializations every couple of levels, which gives them bonuses to using weapons, so I talked to her earlier, and she said she wanted to be sort of a melee-type fighter, so we will give her the best melee weapon in the game, the Mono Sword. So, let's go on to career skill points. Maneuvering 0G, of course. We want to put a lot into that. Especially with... And she's going to need all the help she can get, because her dexterity just is not that great. Battle Tactics is pretty good. If I recall correctly, Battle Tactics helps with initiative. Leadership's a great one to have. There'll be battles where you'll have allies, and if you can get a decent leadership check, you can get some nice cannon fodder to help you win your battles. Notice might be a pretty good one to have. Move science. Well, her not that great dexterity. Let's see. Demolitions, yeah. Let's have her know how to blow shit up. And, well, we can't put any more maneuver in 0G. Let's have her, well, yeah, let's put the rest of them in notice. Okay. So, general skill points. Well, first aid, of course. Intelligence, dexterity skills. Yeah, that was one of the weird things about second ed. Why did they put climb to dexterity? Most of the rest of them tied climb to strength, but why not? We'll have her put a few into climb. Oh yeah, intimidate. Cause come on, she is holding basically a sword made from a length of synthetic diamond, sharpened to a edge the thickness of one molecule. I think that's pretty damn intimidating, so let's get her a nice intimidation score. Good. I think that's pretty good. And we have spent all the skill points, so done. Okay, time for a... Oh, I've got the perfect one. This one, she's wearing a little skirt, and, well, I know Crit Knitter, she hates pants with a passion. So let's give her a mono-sword-wielding black-haired woman wearing a skirt. So, done. Alright, on to the next character. Let's make this one a desert runner. Gotta have a little diversity in there, and... let's make this one male warrior. And yeah, this was one of the things about second ed in general, and not just Buck Rogers. A lot of times they would restrict your classes to your race. So, you know, certain races could not become certain careers or classes. So, in my opinion, kind of stupid, but if I recall correctly, it was done for game balance purposes. So, there we go. Now, this one I want to do a little different build on this one. This one, we've got our melee fighter. Let's do up a more ranged-based fighter. Not bad. Hit points aren't bad. But I'd like the dex to be a little higher, you know? Because you get bonuses for using ranged weapons with higher dexes. Bingo. We've got ourselves a pretty good ranged-based fighter, so no. I think we're going to be pretty good. I'll name this one Moho. Dude I knew in college went by that name. So, weapon specialization. Let's make him... laser rifles are pretty cool. Alright, so he's gonna be a sort of a laser sniper dude. Alright, maneuver in 0G. Obviously gonna be important. Let's see. Oh yeah, move silently, because if he's gonna be your sniper type, he's gotta be able to sneak around and shoot people from the shadows. Let's see. Leadership is always nice. Maybe not so much. Battle tactics, of course. And yeah, I think we're good. Done. Okay. First aid. Always important. And let's see here. Yeah, hiding shadows. If he's going to be our sniper, he's got to know how to do that. And oh wait, mathematics. We'll just dump the rest into math. Yeah, because the real Moho is good at math, so let's get that done. Okay, so we've got a desert runner here. Let's give him a bazooka. Yeah, well, not exactly a laser rifle, but it just looks badass. So, done. Moho is all set. So, 3 more to go. Let's do up our rogue. And let's see. I think Martians make excellent rogues. So we'll make her female. Our rogue. So now, rogues, we want dexterity and charisma. Okay. Because, you know, rogues not, you know, they don't always live by, you know, stealing stuff and picking locks. You gotta be able to talk your way out of bad situations as well. Ooh. I'd like the charisma to be a little bit better. Oh. Ah, but those hit points, though. I'll keep going. Yeah, you're going to want to try and get decent hit points for these, because if you don't have the decent hit points, things are going to get a little difficult, especially really early on. And yeah, each race gets certain bonuses, and Dex is good, Charisma's decent, just that Con and those hit points are just... Let's keep rolling and see what we can get. Ah, okay. I think we can live with this. We can live with this indeed. No. And our rogue's name is going to be another person who's just getting started in doing Let's Plays. And I'll put a link to her channel into the little thing on the bottom. So, Cungmina 56 Sunmina 56 is our rogue. Okay, so let's get her some... Well, of course, bypass security. Boop that down to 28. Open lock. Hide in shadows. Fast talk. Let's put a lot into fast talk. So she can convince people to, hey, these aren't the droids you're looking for. And let's finish up with, move silently. And done. Okay, we'll need to go to those, maneuver in 0G. Gonna need that. That's a decent one to invest points in. Let's go into those charisma skills. Distracted be a good one. And etiquette. Yeah, that looks good. Okay, let's pick her little icon here. I think I like this one. Cool little ponytail. So let's call that done. This icon's okay, and let's save her. Alright, let's get our very last person in here, our medic. Do we want to go with a tinker on this one? Yeah, here's the thing about tinkers. They take some serious hits to their con, so let's make him a Venusian, and let's make a male, and our medic. Alright, so let's start. I believe what you're looking for here is tech, and Oh, I forget. I think tech and wisdom. Tech and wisdom, I think. Not bad. Let's keep on rolling to see what we can get. Yeah, and medics are the guys you really want to protect in combat, because if they go... Yeah, I think we can live with this, so... No, we are good. And we'll name him... yeah, I know, I'm making a dumb Hard Rock reference, but we'll call him Dr. Feelgood. Because he's the one you want, isn't he? Alright, so let's go. Treat light wounds. Put a lot in there. And these skills you've been seeing in yellow here, these are ones that have prerequisites. So if I try to, say, put some points in Treat Serious, it'll tell me, hey, you need to put 30 points in Treat Light Wounds first. So let's put 30 into Treat Light. And we'll put a few into Treat... Put 10 into Treat Serious. Diagnose is a good one to have. Put 10 into there. Treat Stun Paralysis is a good one to have, too. And Life Suspension Tech. This is one that's not going to be used in this particular game, so we'll just ignore that one. Treat Poisoning is a good one, so 15 in Diagnose. Let's put 5 in there. And put some points in Treat Poisoning. And we'll put the rest into Treat Serious. Alright, there we go. Career points taken care of. Let's go into general skill points. Of course, Maneuver in Zero Gravity is the key one here. And I'll put 20 points into that. And Intelligence... Previous... First Aid, come on. Why would a medic... Yeah, that's weird. Why would a medic not have First Aid as a career skill? Okay, never mind. Let's just click Done. Aw, dude. Dr. Feelgood's gonna have a bitchin' mohawk. So, yeah, we're gonna click that. Done. And that is our party. So let's just add characters to the team. Huh? What happened? Did I... Dr. Feelgood, Crit Knitter, Kurt J. Mac, Mohos. Oh, you know what? I forgot somebody. I forgot to add our engineer. Okay, and yeah, let's make our engineer a tinker. And he'll be male. Engineer. So, tech and intelligence are your key ones here. I think dexterity comes into play as well. Oh, that's a heck of a... Yeah, and 14 hit points for a tinker? That's actually pretty good. So, we'll say that's good enough. His name will be Jojo. Jojo the Tinker. Okay. Maneuver in Zero G, of course. I mean, you're fixing a rocket in space. You're going to need that. Repair electrical. Repair mechanical. Yeah, and when you see the screen sort of flash like that, that means you've passed prerequisite. Nuclear engine. Rocket hull's a big one. So that's kind of important. You want to keep that structural integrity. And life support, you need 25 at repair mechanical and 30 at repair electrical. So, let's put... Oh yes, jury rig. I forgot about jury rig. That is the skill where you basically try to patch something together in combat on the fly. so that it doesn't fall apart. And the rest of these repairs are usually done after combat. So, okay. Repair weapon. He'll be our weapons repair guy. First aid, of course. Take advantage of that nice tech. Comm operations and sensor operations. Let's see. So he's got 9 general skill points left. Dump it into mathematics. He's an engineer. He's got to know math. So, very nice. Done. And yeah, that'll be Jojo right there, our tinker. So, let's start adding people to our party. Starting with our Rocket Jock, Kurt Mac. Then Crit Knitter and Moho. Sungbina 56. Dr. Feel... Well, okay. It's Dr. Felgood, not Dr. Feelgood. Curse my keyboard dyslexia. And Jojo. And... yeah, we're gonna wanna... well, that should be okay. We just have to be very careful about Kurt J. Mac here, so that'll be it for this one. Our next play video, we shall get started on our grand adventure on Buck Rogers XXVc Countdown to Doomsday. My name is J1392. Thank you for watching my video, and you guys have a good day now.